speaking, it's a very difficult thing for somebody who's making a nice parnasa and still have to come to a tuition committee and say they can't afford to pay. I'll give you just a quick example. A young man today makes $300,000 a year. That's a decent parnasa. I mean, it's not great. You're not rolling in dough, but, you can keep your head over water. But I'll tell you how a person making $300,000 or even $350,000 cannot pay tuition. If he works for a company, which most people do, which are on the books and paying taxes and so forth, from $300,000 take off at least $75,000. He's down to $225,000. In the Muncie community, if you own a house and you bought it in the last 5 years, between your mortgage, your taxes, landscaping, gas and electric, water, a little bit of repairs here and there, you're talking about $7,000 a month. I'm giving you numbers that are factual. So there's nothing to handle at 7 or at 6. Some people pay as high as 10. Some people pay around 6. But the average is about 7,000, 7,500. Take off 85,000 from 225, I leave you down to 140. Food, average 5, 6 children, 50, 60 grand. So you're down to around $80,000. 2 cars, 10 grand at least. And you need 2 cars a month. You're down to 70 grand. Clothing, at least 10 grand, you're down to 60 grand. You got to give Meiser money a little bit, another 10 grand, you're down to 50. You have kids going to camp, and some kids have to go to camp. Some kids just cannot stay home. You can have small kids stay in day camps, which, by the way, are not cheap anymore either. But the sleepaway camps are charging about $6,000 for the summer. So if you have 3 kids going to camp, that's another 20 grand. You're down now to $20,000. By the time he comes to my door and says, I can't pay tuition, he's telling the truth. You can't pay tuition. There's nothing much to pay. However, I'll be honest with you, and there's a fellow sitting in the, where is he? Rabbi Stern in the back in the corner there, who knows how I work this. It's very difficult to give people that are making over $300,000 a break in tuition, or much of a break, because if I do, I can close the school up. Because without those tuition dollars coming in, we're not going to make it. We spend a lot of money on our kids. There's some grandparents that are sitting here, and they know what kind of school that we run, and it costs. We pay better to Rabbeim than most schools. We pay better to Morris than most schools. And our budget is very, very, very expensive. Coming Hanukkah now, I would say that our school will consume at least 10,000 donuts. Every day I come into the yeshiva, there's boxes of pizza, donuts, soda. I sign the checks. I know exactly what's going out. There's literally hundreds of thousands of dollars between Nash and what the Rebbeim get a budget to buy for their, the kids in the class. They have Rebbe cards, sodas, and taking out the kids for this program, that program. Every time there's a siyum, there's pizza boxes outside. This all costs money. This is what makes the kids today, more adaptable to the classroom. And the Rebbe has a much easier time. And this is what they get through, how to get through to the kids. When we went to school, talking about the older people in the crowd, you were lucky if the Rebbe let you into class. And if you got a patch or two, you were in good shape. But today, it's all pizza. I'm becoming a partner in Royal Donuts. And in, what's the name, Stearns? Stearns Bakery. Stearns Bakery, every day there's delivered of black and whites. It's amazing. So the Maisa, there are parents that do, and it's a big problem.